these 5 steps I'm taking you through are the core pillars that every business has to have in place to build a sustainable, profitable business. There's no shortcuts, right? There's no shortcuts to becoming a really good horse trainer. There is no shortcuts to becoming a good body worker or a farrier or a trainer or a teacher or whatever. There's no shortcuts to building real businesses that are truly profitable and truly sustainable. Okay, you cannot bypass the basics. And so the third one that we're going to go into here is what we call closing. Okay, this is what we look at as closing the deal. Okay, and this by definition is your sales process. Okay, now the sales process is where really healthy client relationships get established. Okay, so this is one of the most important things to realize is that a couple of things happen in the sales process. Healthy client relationships. Okay, this attracts right customers. I'm going to put an X here for this one. Eliminates tire kickers. Okay. This process eliminates the tire kickers as well. Okay. And so that's really important. So this is not all the results that we get from having a sales process in play. But if you're thinking about the decisions that you're making of how you're going to set your business up for success going into 2026, then you might go, I want to have healthier client relationships in my business, right? I want people that I really enjoy working with, right? Well, then you want to make sure you have a sales process in place, a closing process. If you're struggling to get the right types of customers that really value what you do, and not just what you do, but how you do, you want people that value your process, then you want to have a sales process in play, right? If you're tired of answering the same 20,000 questions in Facebook Messenger about what do you do, how much do you charge, what's your availability, a sales process helps eliminate those problems, right? And so, because the thing is that if we have the wrong clients come into our business, the wrong students, the wrong parents, the wrong customers, right? If those things happen, those are very expensive mistakes, right? We can joke that because we let the wrong people in, now we have to go hire a psychiatrist to be able to deal with the mental and emotional toil that they took on us, because now we're trying to navigate this situation with their horse in our care or whatever. And we're like, oh my gosh, I would need to fire this person, but I'm in a pinch, Like we can joke about that, but we all know that there's some reality to that. The best prevention to that is don't let them in the first place. Have a process that screens out the wrong people and brings in the right people and eliminates the tire kickers. A lot of us, if you make the decision of, I'm just going to answer the people. So here's the thing. Fundamentally, if you are in the position where you're like, yeah, people message me on Facebook or they text me and I sit there and I spend, an hour or 2 hours on average per person answering the same 20 questions over and over and over again, that is a decision that you made. You are making the decision that you are willing to do that versus you go, hey, I realize I am wasting a ton of time answering the same questions over and over and over. And a lot of those people are not the right fit, or a lot of those people don't have any intentions of ever paying me. How can I get my time back? How can I stop wasting my time answering the same questions over and over and over again? That's problem number one, right? How can I get these questions answered for people without wasting my time? Okay, got to solve that. We solve that through a sales process, right? Then how do I screen people to where the people that are the wrong fit can first go, this is not the professional for me. So they self-select, they pre-qualify them. They're like, no, it's not for me. But then the other people that are still interested in working with me, I have a way to screen them before I start spending my time in the process. And we use the sales process for this, so we can screen in the right types of clients. Okay. And then we can confirm that. Because here's the thing. This is a sales process. And first and foremost, your sales process is about serving your customers and your clients. Your sales process is not about convincing people to pay you to help them with their horse, right? So if I wrote convincing here, it's not about convincing. It's about serving. That's what the sales process is about. The sales process gives us a system to where we can focus on finding and isolating the right people that we're meant to be serving, right? You can't help everybody. So you've got to be able to focus your time, your effort, your energy, your resources in serving those that you can truly help. And that's a branding thing. If you try to be for everybody, you're going to be for nobody. If you try to be for everybody, you can't properly communicate to those that you can actually help. And so in the sales process, our whole goal here is to clearly communicate who we can actually help and then take them through a process that saves our time, brings the right people closer, increases, make sure, one of the big things is that this process makes sure clients see and know the real value and quality of your business. Okay, that is one. This is so important from a sales side, is that the sales process also makes sure that your clients see and know the actual quality of your business, right? This eliminates, we know what this gets rid of? Price shoppers, and it brings in value shoppers. And so if you want people that pick your business based on value, then you want to make sure you have a sales process that allows them to, that keeps them informed and puts the value of what you actually do and the quality of what you do at the forefront, to where they're picking you because of the quality and the value that you provide. They're not picking you just out of price and convenience, right? But people will not do that unless you have intentionally made the decision and set up a system in place to where that happens, right? Because consumer psychology has people naturally asking, what are you charging? What's your availability? That's a normal question. But as a business owner, if you want to be price shopped, play the 20,000 questions in Facebook Messenger. If you want people to pick you because of the quality and the value that you provide, then you have to make sure that you have the structure and the systems in place to make that happen. So if you don't, if you're looking at your business right now and you're going, I need healthier client relationships, I need a better way to attract the right types of customers, I need to eliminate wasting time with tire kickers, I want to make sure that I'm having people that are picking my business because of the value, and you don't have that in place now, then a priority going into this next year is making sure that you have a sales system set up that allows this to happen in your business. Okay, that's really important. And so from a tools-based standpoint, right now, here's the thing: the tools that we use are the tools that my amazing wife built, called Horse Business Manager, right? When we talk about email lists, text lists, websites, applications, all those things, the number one tool that we can recommend to you is called Horse Business Manager. Okay, not everything that we do is because of this platform right here. Okay, and so this is an all-in-one place for you to run your business, right? It saves on average 20 hours a week for most horse professionals is the average amount of time. There are businesses that save way more than that, and there are some businesses that'll save 10 to 15 hours, right? But if you just look at 20 hours a week is what it's saving, 1,000 hours a year, right? That's average, normal, conservative,